Greetings. Welcome to the headquarters of the human resistance.
Where's my hair?
Your hair has been destroyed to prevent you from contacting your ship.
What ship?
Your mothership?
Okay.
Welcome back. All right, today we're going to dive into Bugonia, which I consider an unhinged tale where conspiracy theory violently collides with reality. It was a film wrapped in paranoia, symbolism, and emotional chaos. This film quietly developed a cult reputation during early festivals, known for blending psychological breakdowns and sci-fi surrealism. The word Bugonia refers to the ancient myth that bees could be reborn from a sacrificed bull, symbolizing resurrection, transformation, and even madness, perfectly mirroring the movie's themes of rebirth through catastrophe. This dark, ancient concept perfectly sets the tone for the film, suggesting that something beautiful and organized, such as a colony of bees, can emerge from something violent and decaying. A metaphor that is often rides directly along with the film's chaotic plot. So let's dive into the savvy breakdown. We start off with the story. So Bugonia is a highly anticipated English language remake of a 2003 cult film from South Korea, which was a sci-fi comedy called Save the Green Planet. It takes the original film's bizarre premise, a delusional man who believes in an alien conspiracy, and repackages it for a Western audience.
Greetings.
I genuinely
Welcome to the
enjoyed the story,
headquarters of the
especially
human
the begin,
resistance.
especially in the ending. I went into this
Where's my
one
hair?
blind, not quite sure what
Your
to
hair's been
expect, but
destroyed
the movie holds a consistent
to
pace,
prevent you
never
from
forcing the
contacting
viewer
your
to
ship.
choose a side or dictating
What
what the
ship?
truth should be. It lets you
Your
sit in the
mothership.
chaos and decide for yourself, and I really appreciated that about the story. In regards to the acting, it shouldn't be
Acted for
surprised.
48
The
hours.
three leads
The
were
police and the
incredible.
FBI
The
weakened his
director
takeover
has a
plan.
reputation with
I'm
Emma
a high
Stone,
profile
and that
female
continues
corporate
here with her
executive.
strong performance. You
I
know, I love
negotiate
Jesse
with any and
Plemons.
all
He's an
human behavior
incredible
to
actor. I
think
don't
of it
think
like
he picks
you
a bad
abduct the
script
government,
ever.
but worse.
And so, even though I went
There is
into
no
this movie blind, I
possible
wasn't
scenario
surprised that
where
this
you
was
benefit from this
another
arrangement.
good surprise banger of a movie,
That
and
was
that
really
he
good.
was in it.
I'll
Mike
leave this
Foss
in
as
your
well. I thought he
inbox.
was really entertaining and interesting character that I think had a lot of depth to him. Which I think in a rewatch I'll
I've done
really
a
be
ton
able
of
to
research
to
on you.
dive into that character more
You're
and really
killing our planet.
appreciate some of the
Alien
decisions he made throughout the
I'm not
movie.
an alien.
Nonetheless, all three of them
Divine.
deliver masterful performances,
What's the
capturing the
difference?
escalating tension and
You know
emotional
this is
depth
crazy.
required
You
for
know
such
this
a
is wrong.
frantic, high concept film. They fully embodied their characters. Every
I know
frantic
who you
moment
are.
was felt, every quiet
I know
breakdown
what you
scene,
are.
every close up felt intentional and lived in.
I know you too.
Visuals. Visually, the film is compelling. I love the angle work. Again, the director isn't afraid to let heavy scenes breathe. There's scenes where the camera will linger, and it trusts the moment and the actors to portray what the director wants. The cinematography utilizes tight, uncomfortable close-ups and
I know you too, Teddy.
It's fine. It's cool.
dramatic, high contrast lighting to underscore the character's paranoia and psychological turmoil created a truly memorable viewing experience. If I'm being honest, some of those scenes in the basement, you definitely get a bit of dystoria. It really throws you off a bit, and the visuals for sure add another texture to the paranoia, helping the audience sink deeper into the unraveling vibes. If you're familiar with this director's previous work, the vibes line up with his past works. It's exactly the same type of rhythm. There's only one director I know who shoots films like this, and it comes out on the mainstream. So even though it's clearly his style, it's his mark. It's still unique in the filming space, although it's not unique to his particular portfolio. Watching this, you're going to get the heebie-jeebies. He unapologetically weaves it into the films intentionally, and the tension, unease, and sudden emotional punches don't necessarily come as a shock, but they're in there, and you will feel them nonetheless. Impact. This is where the movie got the biggest nod for me. This film is based on, again, the South Korean movie Save the Green Planet, and I really loved how it blended the messaging and the random moments of intense seriousness, wrapped into this kind of lunacy, dark comedy, and emotionally weighted environment. This clearly was a small. It clearly shot this on a small location, and there weren't too many locales that we visited throughout the film, and that allowed for you to really feel and get comfortable with the spaces and how the actors interacted with their environment, which made it even more intense of an ending when the atmospheric bubble burst. And what stood out the most was how deep, sobering, and oddly satisfying I found that. And as you all know, I love a good ending. I love a bold ending. I love an ending that feels true to the characters, as it has been presented. And I thought this movie absolutely landed it in the ending, even though I thought it could have provided um, more notes of where we were headed throughout the film. The ending definitely, I thought, was satisfying. And so for that, I gave it a 7.7 out of 10. I was at an 8.1 at one point. Then I sat on it a little bit more and gave it more thought. And I went back to 7.7. So there was some waffling here for sure. So the range is 7.7 to 8.1 for me out of 10. Um, Again, some of the low notes for me, the soundtrack, I didn't think was particularly good. I thought that a better soundtrack could have lifted the movie up even more. There were some scenes where it just didn't, for me, it didn't really fit the seriousness of the occasion nor the depth of the character. The film's reluctance to also let us sit in some of those just come from moments before pivoting to an awkward comedic beat, I thought was a bit odd in certain moments. But those are just personal taste hits that I put on it. And overall, I enjoyed the movie, because just like in our real lives, we sometimes think the elements are there for us to play with and manipulate as we see fit, and that we're untouchable and bigger than everything around us until the world makes it clear we're not. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments if you've seen Bugonia and what your SAVVI score would be. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on another one.
I know what you are.
I know you too, Teddy.
It's fine. It's cool.
Thanks for watching another Real Time Critics.